when I hear toxic parents, that's what comes to mind. For like parents who just add on
Make your
negativity into your life.
They just
Yes,
make your life harder.
harder
It's
than it
hard already, and
already is.
you know, like a lot of our parents, especially our fathers, have this thing that we should fear them. Your child should never
Yes.
fear you. Your child should never be scared of you, because I don't think I mean, if we think of it, my parents is gonna be
The first people you call.
my emergency contact. I'm never sure.
Feel so obligated and like pressured to make them proud, to be the person who you think they want, to be the child that you think they want.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Abantu bam, abantu ba. We don't even have name for our people.
Yes.
We should come up with a name for our people. And as you know, guys, this is your boy Pimelo, aka Pimzam. And I ain't alone. I got my co-pilot here with me. I ain't rolling Dolo. I got.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode. My name is Ntabi, also known as Ntabi, and I'm glad to be here today.
This is our safe space. This is our safe space, man. We are the rock. So today we're gonna have a conversation about, this conversation. A lot of people don't want to have this conversation. Toxic parents. Let's talk about toxic parents. What comes to mind when I say that?
When I hear toxic parents, I think it's also great because it builds on what we were talking about last week, right? When I hear toxic parents, I think about because toxicity is associated with negative energy, negativeness,
energy,
you know. So when I hear toxic parents, that's what comes to mind. For like parents who just add on negativity into your life. Yes.
They just make your life harder.
Harder
it's
than
hard
it
already, and they just add on the problem. That's it. And especially, I feel like it connects to everything that we have talked about so far, because also, like a lot of unemployed kids will tell you a story about how parents are towards them, how the energy at the house is being reciprocated. It's not grand level. You understand? Because of when I think about toxic parents, man, the first thing that comes to my mind is it's like one-sided relationships, because parents, especially black parents, always think they're right no matter what. And they have this thing of they will never apologize, even when they did you wrong, even when they said something wrong, even when they did something wrong, they will never apologize to you. So when I think about toxic parents, that's what comes to mind.
One-sided relationship. But like, what do you mean by one-sided relationship? Is it that you mean that it comes from the parents or the child?
It comes from the parents. From like parents, like who, like I said, always thinks they're right, who don't listen to what, like, like in a relationship, we need to communicate to understand each other and have common ground. Now you have those parents who don't listen to, those parents. I will not listen to a child. You are a child, you don't ever say in my house, like that's being one-sided. Now your point of view and the way you feel, you cannot express yourself. So
your opinion doesn't matter.
It creates a barrier within communication between parent and child. Now there's no communication between parent and child, you understand? And as you grow older and as you grow like into becoming your own and becoming your being, now because of this communication barrier, you don't ever ask your parents for anything, because like it's gonna be another fight, or they're gonna say no, or you don't even tell them. There's kids who don't even tell their parents, even when something good has happened, even when they did something good, they will not tell their parents because of this. There's no communication. I don't know. Do you get me where I'm going with that one?
I do understand, because there's no communication. It means that there's also no relationship.
There's no relationship.
So you can't even come to them and tell them the good news that you might have. Yeah.
Or like a particular, like you can be in a predicament. Like for instance, for me, I don't think I'm in a predicament. My parents is gonna be
the first people you call.
My emergency contact. I'm never sure. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be my parents. So that's why I feel like now there's like a shift between kids and their parents. Like kids become more. They go outside. They look for the love, the communication, the interest outside. Now they're looking for people who are outside. They're looking for people to like they look for validation outside, they look for love outside. That's why sometimes even I read something on the internet at the time. It said that kids who experience or who experience like less love from their fathers, as they grow older, they find it hard to build friendships and to maintain them.
Deep.
So I read this the other day, and it was very interesting because of like a lot of kids who actually have, I don't want to say like father drama or whatever. Like you see it, man. You see it with a person, like their character, the way they talk, the way they like. You can see like this person like something in their life was probably lacking. I'm not saying it's accurate or it's completely 100% right, but you can see, man, like sometimes like even like kids who they don't know how to handle themselves. Some kids don't know how to handle themselves when they're outside. Some of them don't know how to talk when they're outside, you know. And now like as a parent, especially as a father, you especially when you have boys, they look at you as to build them, to mold them to become people in society they can be proud of. Now if you're not playing your role, I don't know what's gonna happen.
But like who do you think is more toxic between mother and a father?
Personally, or like just like I think fathers are fathers are toxic, bro.
Okay.
Because they carry a lot of, I think they carry a lot of baggage. They carry a lot of problems that they themselves never solved in their lives. And they carry a lot of heartache that their parents or their fathers has instilled in them. Now
it's
they just
generational trauma.
it's just generational trauma. Now they're passing it on to their children. You understand? So like it's just that like there's like no one broke the cycle basically. No one is trying to break the cycle. It's just passing on and passing on and
without a healing. And I think also with fathers is more like they tend to be more hard on the children. Like a mother will be softening and everything, but like the fathers tend to be a lot more harder. They tend to pressurize kids more onto like some this is what you're supposed to be, this is what you're supposed to do, and it feels I know
especially
like it's
boys.
like
This is what a man is.
and then you feel so obligated and like pressured to make them proud, to be the person who you think they want, to be the child that you think they want. You know.
For me, I would say you should like for me, person is what like what you're saying is something that I went through until I came to a realization, you know, and then I told myself that I can never make someone happy who's not happy with themselves. You know, when someone is miserable in their lives, when someone is miserable in their lives, it's never your doing.
It's not.
For instance, me and you can date, and then I'm not happy in the relationship, but I'm not telling you, but my action shows it. I'm always showing it to you that I'm not happy. You understand? So for me, that's the thing, man. I don't think like like I said, whatever like in their life, whatever something that they didn't complete or whatever love or something they didn't get, that's their journey they need to figure out for themselves so that they can become better person, not for us, not for but for themselves. You understand? Like some parents, like especially black fathers, they very traumatized. They went through a lot, you know, they've seen a lot, they've lost a lot, and they couldn't accomplish a lot even in life. Some of them couldn't accomplish certain goals that they've set out for them, and some of them haven't even set out goals for them.
And also it's more like they're carrying a lot and they don't know how to deal with it. So now they're passing it on to you. And also with them wanting you to be a certain person, it's more like them trying to love their lives through you,
you know?
because
I'm
they
not your
couldn't be that
successor.
person.
I'm not
Like,
gonna succeed
I
whatever
couldn't be
you
a
plans
doctor,
you
you
had.
must be a doctor. Now they're trying to love their lives through you, and I don't think
They're fully
they're even
aware.
conscious of it. Yes, like this is what I'm doing to this person. I'm not allowing my child to be themselves to live out their lives, to make their mistakes.
Yeah, some parents don't even take time to figure their child out. Like to sit and have a conversation with your child and actually ask them what they like.
They don't know
like.
their children.
They don't know their children. They just know that they just see you there, and then when you do a certain thing, they become shocked. Or when you in like some like when you're interested in something different, something that's totally different from what they expected you. Now they react in a certain way of
I didn't know that
I didn't know
mama was
this.
capable. But it also comes from what you said, communication, because they don't have communication. Now it lacks like it translates into like the relationship. So because you can't communicate, you can't have a relationship. Now you don't know your child, and then you have to find out from other people, their friends, maybe even your own brother who happens to be the uncle. Now you have to learn about your child from other people because you don't have a relationship because you are just a toxic person.
Just a toxic person.
When you come in after work, people just scatter because they don't want to be sitting.
That's the other thing that I also wanted to talk about. Like, you know, like a lot of our parents, especially our fathers, have this thing that we should fear them. Your child should never fear you. Your child should never be scared of you because of if your child fears you, I'm gonna tell you this. I know it personally. Approaching you is gonna be very difficult. They're never gonna approach you with anything that they in life. It could be like the smallest thing, bro. Like it can be like even something that they want in the house.
They can't go.
They will never ask you. They will probably ask the other parents, you know, who is not like you. You understand? Who's more approachable, who's more understanding, who would listen and would not leave a judgmental comment. Because a lot of black parents actually judge their kids a lot. You know, like the other day I heard my dad say, like, in our times, what this is not your time.
It's not your time.
and I had this conversation with my mom. I told my mom the other time that if you don't change and adapt to what life is becoming, you're gonna be stuck in the past. And you as yourself as a person will never grow. And then everything that happens, you're gonna question it all the time because of you not taking the time to adapt. Humans are supposed to adapt. That's what we do. Naturally in life, we adapt. You understand? Like if you go live now in England, for the first few months it's gonna be very difficult for you to communicate with certain people but eventually you're gonna get to a point where you're adapting. You're gonna adapt to their ways, and you, as much as they don't want to hear this, as much as our parents don't want to hear this, they need to unlearn some of the things that they have learned in their lives, because of if you want to move forward, you need to unlearn certain things. If you like go into a new relationship with someone, obviously you need to unlearn all the things that you did in the past relationship. You need to become a different person. You're dealing with a different character, different personality. So you need to adapt. A lot of our parents don't adapt. That's why they get lost in this world that we are in right now. You understand? Like,
and that's why they keep on referring to the life that
they used to live. Like, they would say like apartheid was hard. What. You understand? Like, we also would say like something maybe that would offend them towards their struggle, you know, because we didn't live your struggle. I was not there. I cannot say. I can say based on what I've been taught and based on what I've seen on videos, pictures in books, you know, what I've read, information that I've gathered, and knowledge that I've got, I can say I can make points here and there, but I cannot fully give an open expression to say like
you don't have it because you don't have a living
experience. I was never there. Like I never had a living experience of being there. So them judging kids in our time and being like, like this is not your time. It's not your time. Whatever is going on right now, you need to learn what's going on around you. Like it's like I told my mom that time, the world is going so digital right now. If you don't understand technology right now, you're not gonna understand a lot of things that's happening, because even at the banks now they use technology. Even if you go to Home Affairs now, it's more digital. You understand? Like all these avenues where they used to go and they used to like what's this? Even the banks that they use, like the cell phone banking is now there. You can sit at your house and transfer the money. No need for you to send the money in the house. Go give money the money. Stand in long queues in the ATM. You understand? Even when you pay for your groceries, you don't have to. You understand? Like do all those manual things that they grew up used to doing. And then I told my mom that like even social media right now, I told her like WhatsApp, like you cannot always expect to call people. Sometimes the person will not answer the phone. It's not because they don't even want to talk to the phone. Now they're not answering the phone. Now you are busy here calling. So like sometimes you can send a text, you understand? Like it's even faster that way also.
Or voice note
even a voice note, and just leave it. The person will get back to you. So like a lot of parents don't adapt to what life has become, and now they are trapped in a past whereby it's very difficult for them to get out of. And now they're questioning everything that's being done, and they're comparing it to what they did.
They're comparing you with them, their past self who had it. I don't want to say easier because I don't want to disregard what they went through, but somebody who had it different. It's two different generations, different lifetimes, so you can't compare the two. I actually saw a video on TikTok the other day, and this guy said his dad was saying something like, at my age I was doing what. And he said, no, at your age. And he said, at your age, when you were no, he said, at when I was when you were my age. Do you see the video? It's like, when you were my age, you didn't have 1 2 3 4. I am doing 1 2 3 4. And I was like, he ain't with that, because he that's another way of bringing them back to reality. That okay, at your age you did 1 2 3, but I'm doing more than that. I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. So that's like, so what now? It's a way of bringing them back to reality, because they tend to be stuck in the world that they lived in.
They lived in, and we no longer there. We are no longer there.
Exactly.
Like, even like with jobs right now, even the way they judge like unemployed children right now. Like, you just sit in the house, you don't do anything. I don't how saying like this CV. A lot of jobs that are out here, that the vacancies that are out there, they are digital
now, because they don't see you going on literally
with papers. Like, people
like
don't want that anymore.
much.
Even stores like where you buy grocery, they also adapted to the digital stuff. Like, they don't need you to bring a CV anymore, like bring a paper. Like, you can do it digital. Like, so they feel like for you to do something, they need to see you physically. Like, you doing that? You went to town. What? You're handing your CV. What? By whereby they don't even know. Like, you're sitting at home, you see a vacancy, you log into a link. You send all your documents at your own time at home. You understand? Like, because that's the world that we are living in right now. You understand? Like, and kids also right now, they hustle differently. Now, I get there are people who still sell like like sweets, chips, and all those things. Like, you understand? Like, to make a living. And but there are kids now who hustle digitally now. There are like kids who hustle content creators. Some are influencers. Some work with even big brands out here and doing a lot. And I feel like our parents don't see that as well, because of they think that they are stuck in like a man, when especially with guys, like when a man works, they need you to work hard physically, hard labor.
Hard labor.
They think work. They think that's work. You understand? Like, you need to work hard labor, and that's not work. Because even the people who made money, even in that time, didn't work hard labor. Like, you can go out and do the research. They didn't work hard labor. They brought them in to work the hard labor to get a little, not even close to, not even half to what they were making. So those people who worked on the ground, who did all the hard work, didn't even get half to what the people who are sitting there and then just like so like I feel like they like the thing that they are stuck in. It's a past whereby they feel like the world was better at that time, and they will never know the world how it is right now if they don't adapt and if they don't learn what's going on right now.
Yeah, but and also, like you said, like when like maybe a parent will be like, you're not doing enough, and whatever, you're not trying to get a job, you're not doing the best thing. They don't understand that how much power their words have, because they are your parents. They literally brought you into this world. You don't understand how much power that has, because now you're thinking, if this person sees me as 1 2 3 4, as useless, as they're like, what is the world thinking? And you don't even have to worry about what the world is saying if you're already your parents are. Yeah, if you're already your parents are bringing you down. Like, there's a lot of power in words, and they need to understand.
A lot of parents always feel like whatever they say is a way of them expressing themselves. They don't think that, like, I would say, like with my dad, he doesn't take accountability for his actions. He's not accountable. You understand? And he is not like self-aware. Like, you need to be aware of what's going on. You need to understand before you can even
just speak. You need to be aware of how your words come out and what kind of impact your words are going to have on the next person.
You cannot call a child useless, and then the next thing you expect them to be the next great thing when you have been calling them useless all the time. Like,
your words should have.
So this person would sit at home and then like, "Fella, I'm useless. So what does it matter? My father says I'm useless, so I don't care." So like like such things. Like, you need to be like, and some parents don't have this. What's this active parenting? Like, when you buy and you give your child money and you do all these things,
that's not parenting. That's not
telling your child that the clothes that you have on your back I did that. Telling your child that the food that you eat, I did that. Telling you have.
That's what a parent is supposed to do.
Exactly. And eventually, when you're a parent, that's exactly what you're also gonna do.
That's like the minimum, the bare minimum.
Yeah. But when I talk about active parenting, it's understanding and knowing your child.
being present.
Being present, you understand? You attend meetings.
Go to these soccer matches, you go to these netball matches, you understand. You ask them how their day was, you ask them what they did, you ask them
you
what
take
their
their school
in, who
books.
their friends are.
You understand? You take their school books, you see if they have homework. Not sitting there and say, did you do your homework? And then the child said, no, okay, I did it. And then
that's it.
Tomorrow morning you are surprised Motukyono is writing here. Now you want to scream on top of your lungs and what. You would have known the child didn't do their homework.
If you actually took out the book and
if you were active
the book
in your child's life, you would have known that their homework was not done. You understand? And also like other things is like what they always say. I always tell myself the universe listens, and I always pray. Whenever I pray to God that whatever people have brought onto me, whatever negative circumstances, whether it's by virtue or whether it's by tongue, whatever it is, and you just please take it away and take it off of me, you understand? Because of like, as parents don't understand, they do their kids' lives. And when they done with those words, and then when the child becomes exactly what they said, what they call them all the time, and then they have this sadness, or they have this, or whenever, even when the child breaks that cycle and becomes becomes totally something different, then they wonder why children are distant to them, why children don't speak to them. There are parents out here who their kids moved out of the house, got their own places, never visits once or twice in a year. Yeah, it's not because of they don't love their parents or they don't like them, and it's not because of they're holding grudges. But sometimes it's very difficult and it's very hard and it's sad to sit there across someone who used to verbally abuse you.
Yeah, that's the word. It's actually abuse.
Yeah, it is abuse. It's emotionally abused you, who cause you so much depression and anxiety, who make you second guess yourself. A parent should never allow a child to second guess themselves. You should never allow your child to sit there and wonder
why the child is
for their problems, for their pain, because of also the other time I watched something, I just cannot remember it. And this lady said she read something whereby it says that a mother's happiness is a mother is only happy as her least happiest child. And I was like, damn, that's deep. I was like, yo,
mother's only happy as her
least happiest child. Like the least happiest child that the mother has. That's your mother's happiness. So if you are sad and miserable, just know your mother's also sad and miserable. Like I was like, it blew my mind because I was like, it could be true. Like it could be true because a mother carries a child's pain. Before you were even born, your mother used to carry your pain. You were in your mother's womb kicking and doing whatever. You don't know what you were doing, but you caused so much pain to her. Like she carried that pain. And eventually after giving birth to you, it was also a painful process. But she ended what? She ended up still loving you after all the pain. And then I was like, it could be making sense. Like it's cooking. It's really cooking something, you understand?
It is deep.
Yeah, it's deep. And then I thought about it and I was like, it could be sense because of even when you were not here, even when they didn't know you by name, your mother carried your pain. She carried all the suffering and all the pain and all the sleepless nights, whatever that the process that got you here, like the journey. Your mother did carry all of that, and I was like, that's deep.
But also, like, I'm listening to you and I hear you what you're saying. But also, there are people who don't have a good relationship with their mothers, like specifically.
Sometimes
there are mothers who I've seen like all these reports about articles, right, about how a mother sold her daughter, how a mother did this, how even some people saying that their mothers hate them, their mothers are narcissists, their mothers are in competition with. I can't relate to that.
Yeah, like I can.
But it's also just like it's. I don't know. It's mind-boggling how somebody, like you said, your mother knows. Your mother knows your pain, and she's only as happy as you are. So how could somebody who literally gave birth to you and experienced all of this be also the person who causes
so much pain and suffering also
exactly.
At the same time? Yeah, because of some mothers, it's very sickness. That thing, I think, like it's very mentally. Something must be mentally wrong with you when you sit there and you see your child as your competition. Because there are mothers who literally, especially mothers who the biological father is no longer there, or they're no longer with the and then they have
this hatred
they have a step
for
there's now a stepfather or stepdad,
yes.
and then there are mothers who literally feel like
Oh
like
yes,
like we want to be like what a chick
yes,
man,
yes.
like what
Now they see how it's a competition.
it's a competition now. My child, like I need to impress my man. No, like you don't have to do that. You understand? Like, and even like some mothers are like, the world is a sick place that we live in. As much as they are good to it, there's a lot of bad and evil that's also happening. You understand? There are parents who sell their kids to the highest bidders. You know, there are parents who even like prostitute their kids. You know, like even like parents who say when you have a boyfriend now, hey, your boyfriend must do this. That's also pimping your child out.
It is actually.
That's also pimping your child out. Like if you tell your child, you raise your child in a manner that a man must always be living in a modern world now. Your man must provide for you. Your man, like I'm not saying like women or girls shouldn't respect the people that they're dating or their husbands or their boyfriends or whatever. But you cannot expect a man to put you on such a high pedestal and give you all these things and always have to provide all these things. Because I was like, there was this other lady's name. They were having a conversation. I was walking I was walking behind them and I eavesdropped.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So like these ladies were talking about this other girl. They said this girl apparently the baby daddy got a new job. So they were gonna get paid the same salary now. So or yeah, same salary around them. So then this lady was like, this girl is so ungrateful. Oh, she was like, no, that guy needs to give me half of his salary because it's for the child. And then this lady was like, know your salary, no, mean is mean. And I'm like, why a woman
why
like
is your
that?
money yours?
Why is your money like
literally
like half? Like why do have someone's child has to? Why does that person have to have their money? Like
also,
why can't
what are
you
you
meet
gonna
them
do
halfway?
with your money?
Yeah,
also?
exactly. And when you check it, these people don't even do all these glamorous things with their money. Like, so, for instance, like the guy must now pay transport for the child, lunch
School
money,
fees,
school fees. At her house, must make sure the rent is paid. Like, but you, what are you doing with yours now? Yours cannot just sit there and be for you. You know, you need to meet the guy halfway. So, like, also there's also those type of issues also now, with when it comes to women and men.
Now, to circle back to like the toxic parenting, there's also, I know this personally, this used to happen to me where like, when like, I think it also happens a lot in black households. I know it happens also with like my cousins. So you'd have an argument, maybe let's say something that doesn't sit well with your mom, or like an argument, little argument.
Hello.
And then there's this thing where, yes, and then it ends up being like, now we're not talking to each other. And it's like the silent treatment. I grew up in like silent treatment. So then later you just like, so you're like, what do I do? And when I was doing my research and I found out that they're actually consequences. There are, what do you call them? What do you call them? Effects to actually to silent treatment. There was a lot of them, and I was like, it makes sense why most like I didn't deep it that much until I heard things like, no, maybe like you're afraid of speaking up, you're afraid of
opening.
You're afraid of opening up. So there's like a lot of effects to it, So like that's another thing, like silent treatment is so, and you also tend to do it to other people. I don't do it because, and actually speaking about this, somebody told me that, Tabeling, you are quick to run away from confrontations. And like, yeah, like you don't want to have this. And I'm like, maybe according to that video, according to that lady, I can't reference.
So you think maybe that's your,
it could have played a role in
it can be like, as you were saying, like we in black households, there's silent treatment. But my mom is best no such thing. My mom never scolds me, and she has never scolded. So my mom would like only, she would like,
she's like soft.
No, she's not soft, man. She would hit me she would hit me with understanding. You know, when I did something else wrong, man, she would just say like, I like it would I didn't have disappointing. Like, you understand? Like, she hits me with that type of ones whereby I can sit and think, and then I'm like, maybe I did F. You understand? Like, I shouldn't have done that. You understand? Like, I shouldn't have took it there. Like, my mom would hit it. Like,
it gives you time to reflect.
Yeah, she gives me that thing like, it's almost like she's telling me go sit there and think about what you did, but she's not telling me directly go sit there and think about what you did. She's only telling me like her side. Like she would be like, like you, like for instance, like I don't like what you did, or like I don't like what you said, or I don't like how you speak, Romana. And then she would leave, and then it would like, yeah. So with my dad, it's a different story. We don't speak. We will not speak to me. We will speak to you.
And then how does that end? Like also when you
for me, like it used to affect me when I was younger, but growing older, it didn't now. Growing older now, it's like actually when you speak less is better because of you are toxic. So the things that you're gonna say are gonna be hurtful and are gonna affect me. So your silence is better.
It I also, can live with it's more like also like as a kid it affects you because you also want to talk to this person. They are like your provider, even not just like emotionally.
But they're your father though.
But also
in general, just in general, they are your father, and they have no problem and they see nothing wrong with the fact that you don't talk to them, you don't have a relationship with them, your communication are shaky. For the fact they don't have a problem with it, and they are the parent, it should be boggling.
But also, it's more like, do they see that there's a problem with it? Or it's more like me keeping quiet is gonna. I don't know. I can't explain why somebody would give you silence because I feel like now that I know what I know and like I have the tools that I have, I understand that you can't do that to someone because now they'd be questioning what they did or even just being quiet. Rather tell me what I did wrong. Let's talk and hash it out. Personally,
for me, I used to see with my brother. I have an older brother. I used to see with him a lot. My older brother doesn't also talk to my dad. They don't have a relationship. They don't have it. When I was young, I didn't get it. The older I got, the more I understood my brother now. You understand? Like at first, when I was young, I judged him for it. Like you understand? Like I looked him down for it. Like I was like, but then when I got older, and the older I get, the more I started understanding. You know, like those movies, like like those superhero movies, more Superman, Batman. You know, when you're young, you're always like the hero. But when you get older, you are gravitating to the villain now. Now you understand the villain's story. Like now you understand. Like no wonder he's like that. You understand? So like for me, it's like that. The older I got, I understood why my brother, and I understood why he cut him off actually. Like he cut himself off from the family. I understood it, man. It makes sense. Like, and then I was like, this guy chose peace over everything in his life. He never did it for the money. He never did it for the status. He never did it because of. He did it for peace, like genuine peace. He did it for himself.
Is it like do they not like have like a relationship at all? Like he's at his own place, your father, like, or do they talk and just like but
they don't speak? Short? Like you don't ever see them speaking. Like me and my brother, like we speak more to our mother. My mother's an open-minded person. My mother would listen to you. Like she would listen to everything that you have to say, and then she would answer you. My dad is not like that. He treats every conversation like a confrontation. Now he thinks we are arguing. But that time you're not arguing. You are coming to have a talk with him. Like for instance, let's just say like when I was young, I would be like, can I go sleep at my friend's house? And then you were like, like you understand? Now it's confrontational, bro.
Everything is like an argument.
Now it's an argument. You never took time to gravitate to why.
Or you could have just said, no, you're not going there. Finish.
Yeah, like you have no, you cannot do that. You understand? Now it's like, now why are we having a fight about it? Or actually, why are you fighting? So like as I got older, I understood my brother more. I understood why he was doing the things that he was doing, and I eventually understood his exiting also. And I was like, okay, he chose peace, number one, which is very important in this society that we're living right now. And he chose himself, which a lot of people can't do lately.
Especially because of your parents.
Yeah, your parents. So which brings me to what I want to ask you. Like, how do you feel or think about cutting off toxic parents?
I feel like it's something that you have to. It's not easy, like cutting people off and letting them go, but you have to do it for the sake of your mental health. You have to cut them off.
Even your physical well-being.
Yes, because now imagine you maintaining this relationship with them because of your parents, but then whenever you guys talk, it's just bringing you more stress.
Or like for even like imagine being in a household whereby you have to be happy when this certain individual is happy now. And when this certain individual is angry, it has to rub on all of us now. All of us have to be angry.
Or
All of
like,
us in a sour mood.
or like when they are mad, now you have to work on actual so that you don't, or when they're happy, you have to
Yeah,
work on actual so you don't make them
yeah.
mad because
Don't make
you're
them
afraid of
mad.
you
Yeah,
they becoming mad.
yeah.
So
So like,
it's not
it's not
peaceful, it's
like
not
so.
healthy.
Yeah, I saw this the other day on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I support this thing of cutting off toxic parents. Like
Fully.
legit, I support it. Like guys, and now I fully as payment, I fully support. If you cut off your toxic parent, do it.
We won't blame you.
I
So.
don't blame you. Like because of like you said, it's worse when this person is someone as closest to you as your parent. Imagine now having to live with that toxicity. Do you understand how worse that is for you? Now you have to spend your whole life living in that just for the sake because of this person is my parent, what. No, it doesn't work that way. Like they need to know if your parent is a narcissist, you need to let them know, look, you are narcissistic and I don't appreciate this about you.
Let's both. First of all, let's both.
But just tell them. But
Right.
everybody has a breaking point eventually, though.
But then now you're becoming toxic like them. Now you're just this person who's just.
No, you're just telling them straight, like, I don't like what. You tell them. You don't appreciate this thing. My cousin told me the other time that you will never have peace if you never told the people who offended you or hurt you
How you feel.
how you feel and how that made you feel and how that made you. He says, and he told me like it would always wonder in you.
And also, I think it also becomes the only way they can change is if they know how they made you feel.
Yeah.
Maybe then they'll change and know that this person
didn't. And even if they don't change, time. Bro, because there's some people you cannot change them. That's exactly just who they are. Like I have accepted that certain people in my life are miserable, and I cannot do anything about it. You know, like no matter what you do, will never make them proud. You can even become the president of the country right now. It will never fulfill them because they are not fulfilled with themselves. How do you make someone proud who's not proud of themselves? Who's not proud of their skin that they live in, who's not proud of their family? You understand? Sometimes I see like families who have less than, I would say, my family, but they look so much happier though. You understand? Like that's the thing that I like. Like I always feel like they look happy. Like you understand? Like child speaks to parent, parent speaks to the child. There's an open communication. You understand? Child can ask for this and that and that, and then even if, sometimes it doesn't have to be material things. Sometimes our parents think we want material things. We don't even want that. We just want your attention sometimes and want you to listen. You know, want you to be active. We want you to understand. You know, want to have a conversation. Don't sit there and think, I'm the parent. I'm always right. No, bro. You don't live like that. You don't live like that with people. You understand? Like, and treating children as if they are dogs. Why did you have kids in the first place? Did you want to bring dogs into this world?
But and also, what I understand that they're also human, treating them like they're human. They're human, not like they are inferior, not like they are dogs, like you're saying. Treat them
like I said, like you don't like for me, you don't need to be friends with your child. Like being open and having a transparency with your child does not mean you guys are friends. You know, it doesn't mean that they can speak to you however they want. There will still be boundaries that you as a parent have set. But now being inferior and being this, allowing your child to be inferior and you being the superior person to your child only creates less communication, less openness between each other.
It also dents the
now you don't know. You don't know anything about your child
because of the hierarchy or
I'm supposed to be like this. I am the now your child don't speak to you and they don't, and you don't speak to them, and weirdly nothing is being done about that, and you guys just see it as something it's fine, you know. So there's a lot. I feel like this conversation is a lot, yo. This conversation itself, like toxic parents, it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Like even like with kids who do like drugs and stuff. If you go to the root, like I won't say the root problem, but if you there is a story there.
There's a reason why people do things. People don't just wake up and become drug addicts and become what. That's what I was saying about the street kids. I was like, I don't think somebody will just come here and be
run away from home.
What if something happened? Or what if that's why they ran away?
Just decide to I'm running away.
Who are abusing whatever. Exactly. You wouldn't run away if you are happy. You know, if your environment was happy and healthy, actually.
Like, is there a certain artist that dropped out of school? because he decided he doesn't want to go to school because school is not for him, and he wants to be a musician. You understand? Like, it's like something like that. Like, you understand? Like, so like probably those kids feel like, probably some of them will feel like, I didn't want to be in an abusive relationship. I didn't want to be abused, or I didn't want to see my other parent being abused. You understand? So they felt like, I'm leaving.
Leaving is the
I'm
only way
exiting.
out.
Yeah, leaving. I'm running away.
And I think also, unfortunately for them, because some people have to wait, because you live with your parents for like 18 years, then you only have the choice or the ability to leave after you're 18. So some of those people end up being like street kids or street, I don't know what they call them, people who live in the streets. It's because they couldn't even wait until 18. Maybe the environment was so toxic that they just had to leave, and they don't even have a backup plan.
I couldn't wait that long. Like, I couldn't wait that long. Yeah, like I told you, everyone can snap. People snap. It doesn't matter how young you are. Snapping, there has no age
When
restriction.
you've reached a limit.
When you have had enough, you can be 10 years and then you can feel like, I've had enough of this. This is nonsense. You understand? So like, yeah, parents don't even have open communication or open
the open door
open
policy.
open what's this? Open what's this, talks with their children. Like, there are still families who have secrets from back then. Now you don't know. There are parents who, now you cannot go to your cousin's house because the parents are beefing. Imagine, bro. Now you don't, even with siblings also. Sometimes you find siblings don't communicate, or they don't have a relationship. They don't see eye to eye. Sometimes you find like it's the parent. The parent is involved in that.
She was one. They were the ones
like he or she was stirring the pot the whole time. And when they're older, when they realize that, it's like.
And I think also that, like, of siblings not having a relationship, it also come up. Sometimes it happens when parents compare, because parents do that a lot. They'll be comparing this child with this child. Now you don't realize that you're causing a rift between two siblings. And then later on, they hate each other because no, mama papa liked you better. Mama papa liked, because now the parents are the root cause of their relationship not working out in the end.
Yeah. Remember, I told you once I'm a middle child, and I told you I felt like I don't know, like, with me, I don't feel like I don't fit in anywhere. You understand? I don't fit in. So like when me is like my mom's favorite child would be my older brother. He's the favorite in her eyes, and then my father would be my younger sister, or my younger brother, maybe both of them. I don't know. So with me, I have this, because sometimes I can see, man, when I say something or when I've done something, they don't even care about it. So I was like, yeah,
they don't like acknowledge it.
Yeah. So like, even with that, like, even like you said, like, the reason why the comparing thing also, yeah, like the comparing. Now you're breaking a bond between siblings who could have had a strong bond, because they never compared each other to each other. They were just out there living. Now you find your older brother or your older sister, they hate you.
And you also
you're not even aware of why.
And also you're bringing things that they never thought of. Maybe like saying, "Hey, it's mama is doing." You never saw them like that. Now you bring things that you never even thought about. Now you bring this hatred. Now you're planting these things. Now
now kids don't now your kids don't live with that common love with each other anymore, because of, you feel like this one is better, or like, I used to say even to my cousins that I don't like favoritism, especially in a household, especially also with siblings, because favoritism only creates a rift between siblings. Now the one who feels like they are less favored, or they are not even favored, or always pulls away, like, has that, you guys can do whatever you want to do. You marry, you don't like me. You understand? Like, things like that.
This was words like it come from.
Yeah. You don't like me. Like, you don't like me. So, like, they pull away from the family, and they are fine with it.
And also, it's like you also disregard what the child says. When they say, now you don't like me, you disregard them. No, you're being good, but you don't understand
why is he or
why
she
they said,
saying that.
Yeah, it came from a place.
You don't acknowledge it. You understand? Like, yeah, like, let's be honest, black parents don't take accountability for anything.
They do not take accountability.
I'm not sure even they know what accountability is.
That word does not exist in their vocabulary.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Apology and accountability. Those two A words AA. I say Alcoholics Anonymous. AA, accountability and apologizing. They don't know how to do it.
They don't, bro. Like, like if you are a parent out there and you, especially if you are a young parent, I feel like you should unlearn whatever your parents have done to you and don't push it to your child, especially the negative things, especially the things that
Trauma,
hurt them, the
toxic
trauma, the
traits.
toxic, the hurt. Just leave it, let it go, and move on and become the parent that you have always wanted to your child.
You wish you had, but also don't try and turn them into what you felt like you could have become. Yeah. So are we wrapping this up? Is that our
Now
final
we're wrapping
words?
it up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Can
my
we wrap
last
it
words.
up?
Word of the day. Word of the. Should I drop what? What should I drop?
Yeah, drop some of your wisdom.
Pins as norm. Pins of
Yeah.
pins of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like whatever you do in life, just know that you are accountable for yourself. You are accountable for your own decisions, and never allow other people's words or decisions affect the person that you want to be or whatever you want to do. If your parent doesn't support your dream, support yourself. Invest in yourself. If your parent is not trying to be the parent that you wanted, it's also fine to leave them because there is no restriction to that. You understand? You cannot live. You are not brought into this world to suffer. No one was brought into this world to be told they're useless, they're worthless. No one is brought into this world for them to feel like I'm ashamed of being here. So whatever you do, be yourself and always represent yourself as proud as you can be.
Yeah, I echo what he said. Choose yourself always and love yourself. And yeah, thank you for coming to our safe space. And I hope that this has been a safe space to you guys and for you guys. So please do comment down below, guys. You want to see more
And please
comments,
subscribe,
more
bro.
likes, more subscribe, more shares.
And
Share with
comments. You
your
want to know how
with
we're
your
doing.
neighbors. Take your grandmother's phone, subscribe. Your grandfathers, your neighbors. Please subscribe and share.
Subscribe that Uma that utadi that next door og that
So they can learn about
so
toxic
it's 2 minutes og
parenting.
that sa tele kan sing gore di utadi so gore yeah as busy bito gore tele kan sing also ka flop that they tie van ons maar ons gaan dit regmaak soos ons vorentoe gaan. Guys, this is our safe space. I'm your boy Pimelo. This is your girl Ntabi, and we are out signing out. Peace.
Bye.